Namaskar. We are continuing with 16 points, and today it is fifth point called Vyapaka Shaucha. Shaucha means cleanliness, and Vyapaka is thorough cleanliness. Cleanliness is very important for the mind, for the meditation. It creates the state of saintliness, the state of calmness. And this technique is not only about cleanliness, but it also creates a special impact on the nervous system, which is very beneficial for the health and concentration in meditation. So it is really very important practice. If you do it before meditation, you will enjoy a very beautiful meditation. So Vyapaka Shaucha. I would like to explain how it is done, and then after I will explain the benefits. You take the cold water and apply it over the navel point, and then from behind on the projection of the navel at the spine. Then you empty the urinary bladder, you pass urine, and then you pour the cold water over the genital organ, just like in the first point of the 16 points. This cooling down of the genital area also calms down the nerves and helps in meditation. Then you pour the cold water, actually as cold as you can find. You pour the cold water from elbow down, the hands, and then from knees down, the legs. And then you wash your neck behind the ears, and then you take some of the cold water and keep it in the mouth. And while keeping the water in the mouth, you splash at least 12 times in the open eyes. So this is the complete technique of Vyapaka Shaucha. Actually, I have explained in the basic course of meditation. It is so important, so it was included in the basic course. But now, in the framework of the 16th point, I am explaining again. Okay, what are the benefits? The navel. The navel is the heat factory of the body. If you apply the cold water, the nervous system knows, okay, now I'm really going to get cold. So the body prepares for that impact of the cold, and you are not going to get sick. So in any circumstance, you are not going to get sick. So that is important to do, and also it calms down this center. Actually, it creates very extraversual tendencies in the mind. The mind becomes restless due to the impact of this area, of this Manipura chakra. If you would like to know more, you can watch the video on Manipura chakra in the course of biopsychology. And then, okay, the genital organs also, these nerves are getting cooled and calmed down, so the mind becomes more clean, more soft. That is also there. And then the water cools the extremities. When the extremities get cooled, the blood vessels, they contract, and the blood flows out of the extremities into the trunk. So the more nourishment is provided to the internal organs, which is good for digestion, and the more nourishment is provided for the brain, and that cool blood comes in touch with the brain, and it invigorates the brain, and you feel much more fresh and alive. That is very important. And then finally, while you keep the cold water in the mouth, you are cooling down the head, and then you are splashing in the open eyes. That splashing is done to trigger the diver's reflex. Diver's reflex is if I jump there in that river, when my face is touching the water, the nature provided all warm-blooded animals with this diver's reflex. To save the oxygen and to stay alive longer, the heartbeat slows down, and respiration rates also slows down. And for us, it is just like a mechanical, is a reflex. It is a reflex in the nervous system, but we use it to calm down the heart and calm down the breath. When the breath is very slow, your perception power becomes sharp. I have a friend. He used to enjoy manipulating his breath. He would do pranayama technique, and he would do it for 1.5 hours. And during those 1.5 hours, he would only take 14 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out 14 times. He would become very, very, very motionless and would just sit and do that. And I was curious, so how is it? He said, you know, you become so concentrated, you become so focused. Anything, you turn your ray of attention somewhere, and the thing that you are looking on becomes very clear to you. You understand any idea, anything in this world. And he actually, I experienced that he had remarkable memory power. Anything he perceived, he would just recreate so easily in his mind. So that is one yogis for many thousands of years, they were experimenting with the effect of the breath on the mind and the body. But anyway, this is not the topic. There is a special technique of pranayama, and it has to be learned from a competent teacher. You cannot practice just from internet. It's better not to do because it is a very subtle technique, can be dangerous. But with this technique of half bath, of Vyapaka Shaocha, you can significantly slow down the heartbeat and slow down the breath. And in that slowing down, and in meditation it will also slow down. So in that slowing down, you will find your attention becomes so clear and perceptive. So it is very wise to do half bath before every meditation. Half bath is also good to do, this Vyapaka Shaocha is very good to do before eating also. Before eating and after eating. Because the blood flows out of the extremities and concentrates in the trunk, and it helps to digest the food. If you have that digestive weakness, this will help you to digest the food. And also some people, they feel a bit greedy and they cannot stop eating. And even after eating, they're still thinking, maybe I should eat something more. In that case, if you do after food the pranayama, you are not only increasing the digestion power, but you're also cutting that instinct. You are stopping that thought process in your mind. You don't want to eat anymore. You are just going into the different mood. So that is also good. And it is also advised to do before asanas, before the yogic exercises, because to do yogic exercises, you need to be in a very calm and concentrated state. And it is also advised to do before sleeping. Before sleeping. I thought that if I do before sleeping, then maybe I will not be able to fall asleep, because this is the idea. If in the morning I wake up and I go to the bathroom and make myself fresh, not to sleep, but if I do it now before sleeping, then maybe I will not. But it creates this calmness in the body, it creates the calmness in the nervous system. So you go to the sleep and you are going in the calm state, not in the agitated state. So your sleep quality is much better. Within less hours, you are getting more out of it. So this is also good. And sometimes if I have too much thinking in my mind, if I'm solving some problem, then this splash in the eyes, it helps very much. The mind becomes clear and you sleep just like an angel. So you need to do it 3-4 times a day, actually. 3, 4, 5 times a day, this technique. If you do meditation, then you do asanas, and then you eat. You don't have to do before everything 3 times half bath. No, you just do before meditation, and then you meditate, then you do asanas, then you eat, is enough. Not just before everything. But you do it about 3-4 times a day, and you feel the whole day, you feel yourself very clean, and you feel yourself very focused and calm and concentrated. It is really a blessing, this technique. Thank you very much. Namaskar.